everyone, and welcome back to the As You Are podcast. Today I have my very special friend Caitlin de Haas with me. She's an optometrist, and we've been through so much together, and I can't wait to dive in and hear your experiences.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thanks.
So Kate and I have been friends since high school. And from my memory of Kate as a high school girl, she's always been super focused, dedicated to academics, extramurals, extracurriculars, like super driven. And I think that's what drew me to you also.
I think that's why we have also stayed friends
for so long. Exactly. Just such a driven person. So what is it that you think gave you that drive? I know you were the same in primary school, even though we didn't know each other.
Oh, I think it definitely stems from my parents.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how they raised my sister and I to have drive, because it definitely wasn't like they would be like, Caitlin, you have to reach an 80% goal or you have to do so many extramurals. I think they just gave us the platform to try new things, and my mom would always say, like, just give it your best and have fun. And I think, I don't know, however they raised us, they instilled in us that we should always want better or want to improve ourselves or my mom had this saying, like, do you want to be here or do you want to be here?
So nice.
Yeah, but she didn't do it in like an ugly way or like a way that she expected us to do certain things. But yeah, I think just from when I was little, I always just wanted to do something good. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's so amazing. And also, you know, as much as you say it stemmed from your parents, which I think is definitely true. I mean, your parents are phenomenal in terms of also instilling that drive and independence.
100%.
They were never there, like, constantly, like, watching,
over
making sure
us,
you're studying. Like, a lot of it was just this innate, intrinsic want to do better.
Yeah, like there was no like written laws, like we had to study from this hour to this hour.
Exactly.
We just did it.
Yes, yeah.
I think because we also, I say we because obviously it's my sister and I.
Yes.
We wanted to have our parents be proud of us and be happy that, like, if we achieved something.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all like this hidden, I don't know.
Yes.
Because it wasn't like a set out thing of rules. Yeah, but definitely, however they did it, they did a very good job, I think.
Yeah, no, they really
and
did.
I think
They're such good people.
They're both very good role models to my sister and I, because, like, we watched them, how they conducted themselves. Yeah.
No, amazing. Amazing. So, obviously, looking back at our high school years, from as far back as I can remember, you were wanting to do medicine.
Yes.
Was that always the goal, or?
Yeah, I think from little, I always wanted to go into the medical field and be a doctor.
Yes.
One of my family members, my aunt, is a doctor, and she still to this day is, you know, someone I look up to. So I think it definitely stemmed from that. And also, you know, wanting to use my brain, because I feel like I have a smart brain.
No, you do.
You know, to help people to learn more about the world and sicknesses and diseases. So yeah, it was always definitely there. And in high school, I think it just got heightened. Yeah, and I had this big expectation of, I will be a doctor.
Yeah. No. And did you, I know there's a lot of things that you have to do to get into medicine. Did you do like the community service?
Yeah, I met all the requirements. Wow. I did shadowing even, you know, to put it on my application. I think it was in grade 11. I spent time with an oncologist. I spent time with a surgeon and anaesthetist, you know, just to show that I was like really interested. I wrote my NBTs and did, I think, well.
Yeah.
and I was, had the marks. I did extracurricular activities. I did both sports and I did cultural. So yeah, I think everything my whole life was around meeting those requirements. Yeah.
And from shadowing, did it instill that love for medicine, or was it like not what you expected, or?
Some parts weren't what I expected.
Okay.
But other parts were like, oh, this would be so cool. I could see myself doing this. Yeah, so it was a bit of a realization, like maybe that I didn't want to be like a pediatrician. Maybe I wanted to be just a normal GP.
Yes.
But it didn't it didn't turn me off wanting to be in the medical field. Yeah.
And you're so good at your maths and sciences and.
Thank you. I mean, I had to work hard in physics.
Yeah.
Physics especially, but I love maths, like,
Oh my gosh, I felt so silly next to Kate in the maths class.
We had maths camp.
So naturally to you.
Yes.
Talk about maths camp.
Oh, maths camp. I hated any types of camps at school.
Oh yeah.
Both Mix and I dreaded camps.
Oh my gosh, terrible.
Although Michaela was very good at that.
No, I hated camp.
Miss Head. But yeah, we would complain always to each other. But maths camp, it was just the best.
It's the worst time of my life.
The accommodation was the best out of all of our camps.
Yeah,
we
probably.
actually had proper beds.
Probably.
And that time, we brought our own linen.
Linen.
Yeah, it just made it feel so much more comfy.
Finally in matric we learned.
Yes, to take our clean linen.
Suffered all those years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maths camp was great.
Worst time of my life.
I remember.
Worst
it was so
time.
complete
So the maths camp, I don't know if other schools do this.
I don't think so. I've never heard of anyone going on maths camp.
But it's a camp where you go and for 2 or 3 days straight, you write all your maths tests, portfolio tasks for matric. So some people loved it because it was like you went there and it was over and done with. I personally hated it.
I think it's a lot of pressure over 3 days.
So much pressure. I can't perform under pressure, but it obviously shows that you... Did you feel pressure?
I didn't feel pressure.
You didn't feel pressure, but you obviously... maths comes naturally to you.
Yeah, it did. I don't think it now, but it did then. I think when you enjoy something and you're in a good mindset, it makes it better.
Yes.
Whereas if it's the other way around, then it's a horrible experience.
Yeah. In a matric, Kate did exceptionally well, and unfortunately, you didn't get in. So where did you apply?
Everywhere.
Okay.
UCT, Stellies, Free State, Wits. I even applied to UKZN.
Wow.
I think I even applied to, I don't know what it is in Pretoria. I applied to UP, and then in Pretoria they have that medical university.
What is it called?
It's
Yes.
So I applied everywhere, and
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I think looking back, I didn't get provisional acceptance like some people did for anything that I applied for, and probably because grade 11 marks counted so much, and grade 11 was not a good year.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Did you not do that?
I did not do well in grade 11.
Why?
I actually don't know. I think it's because stuff became more difficult.
Yes,
it wasn't just easy. Like you had to put work into
it.
And then physics specifically, that's when I actually started going for extra lessons for physics.
Okay.
But I think not having provisional acceptance, and then I don't know, such is life. Now I can say it, but back then it was a big shock, because you have your whole idea of what you're going to do after school, and then it just doesn't happen, and then you have to kind of pivot and try to figure out what you're going to do. And I think at that time you're not in the right headspace, because your dreams have just been absolutely crushed. I remember you were in Durban with your aunt when you got your results, and I remember you saying your aunt has said
when she saw your results, she's like, you
got in. And yeah, I just believed that. And then a few days later, when you get the offers from the universities, I didn't get any offers for medicine. I got an offer for occupational therapy, which I applied for, but not really thinking that was something I would do.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I got in for biomedical science.
Okay.
Yeah. At Wits. And then I think I got an offer. I don't know if it was Pretoria or if it was one of the Cape Town universities, but it was for a BSc.
Okay.
And that's what my sister was studying at the time. So I was like, I want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you kind of force your decision on what options you have.
Yeah. And when you had this idea of your future, did you have any alternatives, or were you like one track mind, medicine?
I was one track mind.
Okay, there was no alternatives.
No, I mean, I guess the alternatives that I put down were, but they weren't really thought out alternatives.
Okay.
It was just, let me just put something down.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So then you ended up going with OT.
I did.
At Wits.
Yes.
Was the fact that it was a university close to home a factor?
I think so, yes.
Were you not ready to move out of home yet?
I think it was the best opportunity that was given, that, was there. I think at that time I wasn't really thinking about, am I going to be okay living away from home? Because it was kind of like you have to study something, so pick out of the options.
But as you say, when you're in that mindset where you're just so disappointed and upset, you can't think clearly.
You
also,
don't think clearly.
100%
you don't. With regards to like proximity to home, if I look back now, I'm so thankful that it was close to home, because I mean, we're going to talk about it, but that year was horrible. And if I had to be in the Cape or in Bloemfontein and have to do that on my own, I think it would have been a lot worse.
No, 100%. Yeah. And obviously I was happy because
that was cool
we were
in the
at
beginning.
the same university, and we drove together to university, and like going from a school where you know everyone to this big wide world, big university, that was really nice. So you chose OT, you were at Wits. Were you excited about the program? Were you just like, or was this a means to an end?
I think I was, in my head, I was thinking, maybe let me do this degree, or maybe let me do a year and then see if I can still get into medicine.
Okay.
And then I actually remember, like on one of the first days, or in the first week, one of the lecturers said to us, and at that point I was like really taken aback. She said, I hope none of you are here wanting to get into medicine, because it doesn't work like that.
I remember. I remember you telling me this.
And then I just like, your heart just sinks like deeper, because you realize that, sure, maybe that dream is not going to happen, because you think maybe you can move or you can transfer into medicine. But
and so many people
do. But obviously, I don't know, I would have had to have definitely finished OT and then thought of doing medicine.
So what did you feel in that moment when she said it?
I think I was quite upset.
Yeah.
And also then you just don't want to be there. Because you're like, then why am I actually doing this?
Yeah. And what was your thoughts on OT?
Yeah, I think,
had you ever shadowed someone?
Yeah, we had to shadow someone to apply for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did shadow someone. And then, I mean, it's hard to say, because I never thought I would actually do it. If I look back at that shadowing few days, I don't know how many days we had to do. Yeah. It was nice. There was a lot of different things, so it wasn't like monotonous work, which I don't like, monotonous work. And everything nice. I just looked at the people, I suppose. I didn't really, I think, at that time, actually look at like what an OT does.
Yeah.
And what it all fully entails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, spoiler alert, Kate ended up not enjoying OT.
No, OT was not for me.
Not for you. When did you realize?
Probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it about it?
It gave me this feeling inside.
Just it wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me. And I tried. I can remember I was like, for the first block, let me just have an open mind. Like, Caitlin, have an open mind.
Shame.
Just try. But like everything that it was not any of the other subjects. It was literally when we went to education campus and we walked into that OT building.
Wow, interesting.
Got that like horrible feeling.
No, 100%.
And then when they would lecture, it would just like go in one ear, go out the other. Then when I had to study, you read this and then you're like, I don't get it. I don't get the point of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. OTs are amazing.
Yes.
I still have friends who are OTs and they do amazing work.
100%. Yeah.
But I just think
It wasn't for you.
in my head it wasn't clicking. Like
100%.
Yeah.
But there's so many careers where so many people are happy and thriving that I could never imagine myself doing, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just that deep feeling of this is not for me.
And like every time I'd walk into that building, I would just get this horrible feeling. I don't know if it was because of what that lecturer said to me.
Interesting.
Or if it was actually what we were doing. And then we had like this period where we went into the hospital and walking through the hospital and knowing that the OT is in the basement, and then we would have to make things, and I'm a creative to a point.
Not an arty person.
I'm not an arty person.
Not an arty person.
Having to like paint a pretty picture on I think we made bags.
I remember. You had to sew.
We had to sew the bag.
Remember.
Yeah, with a whole sewing machine. Like there was a classroom full of sewing machines.
Oh my god.
We had lessons how to sew.
Not for you.
Not for me. I mean, it was cool. I don't know if I could still use it now. I don't know if I'd remember it. It's like blocked out of my memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, painting and then
just not for you.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Like that's something that maybe would do for fun once a year.
So that was an aspect of OT that you didn't know was
I didn't
coming?
know was coming. 100%.
You didn't know? No.
I didn't know.
What was your perception of OT?
Technically, I thought it was like a personified physio.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And a bit more like psychology, like dealing with patients. You know?
Okay.
And rehabbing them.
Okay.
I really didn't know, like, you would have to be able to make certain things.
Yes.
I look up to a lot of the OTs now.
Yes.
Because I obviously am still friends with them.
Yes.
See them, like, making hand splints. Like,
Amazing.
out of scratch. And that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously my brain just does not work like
No,
that.
no. You have to know what is for you and
What's
what is
not.
not for you. When the wheels really fell off was when you moved out.
We have this joke in my family.
Yes.
It's my week away, we call it. Yeah.
More like a weekend.
Yeah, I'm so, because it was like 3 days. Yeah.
Tell
That is
us
definitely.
about that.
I had this epiphany that
Okay. I can't remember. We weren't far into uni, were we?
it was like April, May.
Yeah, okay.
I
Still
had
in
this-
first semester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this epiphany that I was wasting so much time in traffic that
Even though we were going together.
correct. But also at that point we weren't driving every day.
No,
together.
I think our schedules didn't match.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was having to go to education campus.
Yes.
And it was just wasn't working.
Yes.
So I was like to my mom, I don't remember crying. And I was like, I'm not getting time to do like what I need to do. And I'm working so late because I get home
And to
so
be fair,
late.
the traffic was hectic.
It was.
Especially for someone who hadn't been driving. Like,
Yes.
I remember how much anxiety that traffic gave me.
Yes.
No, I totally understand.
I remember Tris telling me how nice it was to be like close and you could pop back and forth between lectures.
Yes.
And, you know, I was so keen and my parents were so supportive.
Yes.
And they bought me a desk, new bedding, pillows, cups and plates and mugs and knives and forks. And they really like, you know, we're going to make it so nice for me. And then...
Because Tris that excited for you because Tris had such a good experience.
Exactly.
She didn't have one day of...
No.
She loved living away from home.
Yeah. And then we set up everything and then it was the first night that I had to stay there. And yeah, I just absolutely had the biggest meltdown ever. And I can't tell you if it was...
And you were living with someone. You were living with a friend.
Yeah.
I
wasn't alone. Although it felt like I was.
Jeez. Your first night.
First night, absolute meltdown. I think I was even writing a test the next day. And I was sitting at my desk and I video called my mom. And I was in tears. And my mom actually, instead of being comforting, was the opposite.
Okay, maybe you needed it.
Yeah, she was like, Caitlin, you have made this decision. You have to live with it.
Okay.
And I was like, Mom, I can't do this. And she was like, just go have a shower, go eat something, go watch some TV, and it'll be fun. And I remember I couldn't eat. I actually felt so nauseous, like I had this like lump in my throat, and it just didn't feel like home, obviously. And I think that was what was supporting me through this horrible year.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have that, and I was like alone in this strange room. And then I remember trying to go to sleep, and I stayed awake the whole night. The whole night.
Interesting.
And just those thoughts going through your head.
Yeah.
And then I even remember phoning my mom at like 2 o'clock in the morning, but she didn't answer.
Same.
Probably on purpose.
Yeah.
But then had to go to varsity the next day. And I think I saw you.
You did. And I remember thinking,
yeah, and I probably looked
things are not going well.
I think I looked rough. But,
yeah.
And you told me I looked skinny.
You did. You'd lost weight. Yeah. I think it was all that stress.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how long I had not been eating for, but it was not a great time. No. And then I tried again to sleep there. And then I drove home that night.
I remember.
And I slept in my own bed.
So looking back now, you know, you gave the symptoms of not being able to eat, not being able to sleep, racing thoughts.
Yes.
Would you now say that was anxiety?
100%.
Did you know it at the time?
No, I did not.
Interesting.
I thought that it was just, I don't know, feelings. But you don't know what those feelings are, what they mean. So, yeah, I actually thought I was going crazy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I hadn't really experienced something like that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a whole lot of factors that had just built and then it all just came down.
Yes.
And maybe it was like a, I don't know, anxiety attack, anxiety episode. I don't know, but it was a good solid week of like not eating, not sleeping, crying all the time. I even remember when I had to walk into the OT lecture hall, I started crying.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's how much your body was trying to tell you that this is not for you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't do it. So I packed up my whole room into my car. A whole room.
So let's get the date. So you moved in on the Monday?
No, it was probably like the Sunday.
Sunday.
And this was probably like the Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then my mom was like, Caitlin, you are not moving home. If you come home, I will be beyond livid. And I actually
said to you.
I actually didn't care.
The tough love.
It was hectic, tough love. And I did feel pathetic because I was like, I don't know why I can't do this.
This was my choice.
It was my choice. I had to live with it.
Yes.
then I had to go speak to the lady that we were renting from, and I just explained to her that I really can't do this. I made a mistake. She refunded my mom back all the money because my parents had paid for the full year.
Yes.
I didn't get that month back because I obviously lived there for 3 days. But I paid my parents back that money because I was like, I will pay you back.
Good for you.
Yeah, because I was like, I just don't want them to be so upset with me. Like, I don't want to have wasted money.
Same. So you had everything in your car?
I had everything in my
car. You were like, I'm done.
I even remember my parents got me a printer.
A printer?
And the printer leaked. Because it was those inks that you fill. The ink leaked all over my pillows. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now when I look at my pillows and I see the ink,
I'm
I'm like,
oh my gosh, bad memory.
And then I had to have the conversation with them that it's actually a whole bunch of things.
It's a bunch of things.
Yes, yeah, it was like not going great at varsity. I didn't want to study this. I didn't want to finish this year. And they were hard on me. And they were like, you have to finish this year. But then you can, if you want to change, you figure out what you want to change to and make it happen. Like I hate OT. I don't want to do this. And like really tried to explain to them like the whole picture. Like it wasn't just me moving out. It was a whole bunch of things that had accumulated into this big blow up.
Yes. Okay. And then they said you have to sort it out. And I remember the one thing was that you had to finish your first year of OT.
Yeah, which was tough because I think it would have just been easier to be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, and just took the day,
the year off.
So what was the rest of that year like?
I think for the first few months where I didn't know what I was gonna do next was hard because you're like, well, I don't know why I'm still doing this.
Yeah.
But then when I figured out what I was going to do and where I got accepted, then it was fun. I was like, this is what I have to do to get there.
Okay. Now you were at home, so you had that family support.
Yes. And then my mom, I actually don't know if I said to my mom, I want to speak to someone, or if she said to me, I think you should speak to someone. So we actually went to my doctor, the GP.
Okay.
And I had to tell him this whole story of what happened and how I was feeling. And then he, one, recommended that I go and see a psychologist.
Okay.
And two, was to go on some meds to get me through the rest of the year.
Okay.
Because I think he could see what a toll it had taken on me. Yeah. Both physically and mentally. Because I still wasn't sleeping. I would get like these horrible, like, I don't think they were panic attacks, but just like this overcoming feeling of I don't want to get up, I don't want to go there, almost feeling like I want to vomit all the time. And I think my mom was, quite worried about that. So that's when I started anxiety meds. I think at first it was also for depression.
It sounds like that from what you're saying.
I mean, I was in this whole bubble of like failing moving out, failing to become a doctor, failing at whatever I was going to study next. And like I didn't really know what next. Like I was, like deep in this pit.
And you can't make good decisions.
No, you really don't, because you're not thinking clearly. You haven't had sleep.
No.
You're feeling sick. You have no confidence in yourself.
So that was with you until you realized what you wanted to do the next year. How long did you experience those?
Sure, I would say a good 3 to 4 months. Yeah.
Okay. But then you also saw the psychologist.
Yes, So the psychologist really helped to put into perspective of like where I was in life. Like she basically said at 18, 19, you're not supposed to have it all figured out.
Exactly.
Like some 30-year-olds don't have it figured out.
Exactly.
Where I think I've always been that control freak who's like wanted to know what's happening next.
Yes.
Where am I going? Where's the path going? Yes.
And you also came from just straight from school, where everything was so set up.
Yes.
You knew if you did well, you'd go to the next grade.
Yes.
You knew if you did well, you'd get these awards, and if you worked hard, and then we would just...
Yeah.
Now it's all changed.
It's all changed. You have no idea what's going to happen in the next month.
Yes.
You could say. Yeah.
So that's such good advice that the psychologist gave you, to just like take a step back.
Yes.
You're not supposed to have it all figured out.
No, and I remember my mom coming with me the first time because I was like, I don't want to tell a stranger my problems.
It's daunting.
It's
definitely
very daunting. And just remember having ugly cries to a point that
we all need those.
You can't even get the words out.
Yes.
But it was very good, and I think with if I didn't have that, I don't know if I would have figured out what the rest of was going to do for the rest of my life, because you just need someone who's not in the circle,
definitely,
who can have just a perspective, because they don't really know you in the beginning. Just have a perspective of, you know, life in general.
Just such a outsider.
Because she doesn't know a lot about me at that point, so it was refreshing also.
It's so good. Talking about being in that state of mind and making bad decisions, I mean, you know, things could have been much worse. You know, you fortunately didn't make any bad decisions.
Well, I did.
Well, you did, but like I said, it could have been much
worse.
Way
worse, yes.
But I remember, you know, we always had this giggle and laugh about you coming to me the one day and saying, after a whole life of wanting to do medicine and work in healthcare,
I was going to do the opposite.
And she's decided she's going to do accounting. Never having done accounting as a subject
I didn't even take it at school.
I think, you know, it was just like, I don't have to deal with anyone.
No, I just want to do the opposite.
In front of a computer.
Yes, and I want to use my maths brain.
I want to use my maths brain, and I just want to have... I don't have to deal with the world.
No,
I
just want to hard.
I just want to hard. But it was serious. You were investigating, you were researching, you were applying.
Yeah, I applied for accounting.
I know.
And I got in.
And you got in?
Yes, I got in.
Okay, I didn't realise this. For the next year?
For the next year.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, luckily she came to her senses.
Yes, well, with the help of the maids and the psychologist and my mom and you.
Because not to toot my own horn, I did recommend optometry.
Yeah.
And, you know, when Kate was in her really dark space, you know, she didn't even consider optometry.
I didn't,
but luckily, when things got better, then you sort of took it on board.
Yes, I did.
So,
because from you saying that and my mom suggesting it, and then, you know, going and spending time with an optometrist. I actually do wear glasses. I just have my contact lenses in today.
Oh yeah, very much need to wear glasses.
Yes, I'm blind as a bat. And then it's just like this whole other perspective of optometry that I never really thought of, because it's still, you know, in the healthcare circle.
Of course.
Obviously you're not a doctor, but it doesn't matter because you're still helping people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Obviously the degree itself was quite challenging and, you know, still made me use my brain, which is what I always wanted to do.
Yes. You wanted to be challenged.
Yes.
You wanted to... Yes. So, how did it actually come up? Just...
It was, I don't know, actually. I don't remember the actual moment where I was like, I'm going to do optometry.
And when it came to mind, was it like... Was that passion sparked again?
It did spark again.
Okay,
it
that
definitely
excitement
did.
for a career and things like that.
Yes, and when I applied, UJ actually rejected me straight away.
Interesting. But there's only 2 places, eh?
There is 4.
Oh, there's 4?
There's 4 in South Africa.
Okay.
Yes. So I only applied to 2.
Okay.
I didn't want to go to UKZN.
Okay.
And I didn't want to go to Limpopo.
Okay.
So I applied to Bloemfontein again, UFS, and UJ. UJ declined me. I don't remember the reason why. But then I actually got into Free State. And I remember being quite anxious about having to live away from home.
Yeah.
But I was just excited that it was not going to be OT.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were hoping that excitement of what you're studying would carry you through.
Yeah.
And also, I think, you knew you were in a better mental space, so you could
100%.
handle it.
Yes.
But you fought.
I did fight.
So how did you eventually get into UJ?
Yeah, so, I always say this now. It's not what you know sometimes. It's who you know.
It's who you know, definitely.
So, one of the optometrists that I used to go to had a connection at UJ.
Okay.
Yes. So she, really put forward my, results from school and through varsity, first year varsity, and really tried to get me in. She actually didn't. And then another friend of hers also knew someone there, and he managed to get me in.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a lot of back and forth.
Yes.
I had to phone people, which I hated doing.
Yes.
I had to phone and be like, "Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm just checking up on my application."
Yeah.
And then I had to phone this lecturer who I had never met and
Yes.
say, "Hi, I'm Caitlin." Then he really asked me, why do I want to study optometry? And you really had to almost sell it. It was it was like doing an interview for a job almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it also shows that you can't always just take no for an answer.
No, you can't.
No, and there was obviously something in you that was like, I need to push for this.
Yes,
I need to.
I think it was just that whole feeling. I don't ever want to feel like how I felt in first year OT.
Yes. So, fortunately, you got in.
Yes.
You got in. And I think what was also a surprise to you is there was a lot of people who weren't 19.
No.
There was also...
Yeah, my whole friend group were all either transfers from other universities or starting again. So, it was quite nice to not be the odd one out.
No, not at all. And how was it? How was your first year compared to OT?
The best. Well, mind you, COVID hits, but...
Oh, COVID hit.
hit.
Oh, your first year.
But at least, we got up until... Was it March?
March, yeah.
It was only 2 months.
Only 2
But
months.
it was so much better.
You already knew straight away.
All the lecturers were so nice. None of them said anything funny that made me have this weird feeling.
Yes.
It was like this little community.
Nice.
And they all just made you feel welcome and supportive. And, what we were studying was so awesome. So
just that gut
feeling
of this is where I'm supposed to be.
100%.
So then you were class rep. How many years were you class rep for?
So not in first year.
Oh, not in first year.
No, but second, third, and fourth year.
I remember it was a few years.
Yeah.
So you were there, you were thriving.
Yeah, it was nice to, because I was only 1 year older, but I don't know, it was nice to just give people advice or help. I think because of doing, a year of varsity already. Because then COVID was, so no one was at varsity. Then in second year I was class rep. So then, it was nice to, I don't know, be support for other people, probably going through something similar to what I went through.
Yeah, so nice.
So it was a very nice, it almost felt like an extracurricular activity, like organizing stuff for the lectures.
Oh, but that's so up your alley. It's just so you.
Yes.
And then you were also working while you were studying. Hey?
I worked on the weekends for the optometrist that helped me get in, which was nice to get both. You were doing all the the studying and all the theory, you know, at varsity, and then it was nice to see it in practice on the weekend.
Definitely.
And to learn the other side of optometry, which is business. Yes.
Keeping a practice.
How to run a practice, the nitty gritty paperwork and stuff.
The medical aid claims. And then, which year was it when you went on the train?
In my 3rd and 4th year.
4th year. So can you just tell us, I know that had a big impact on you.
Yes.
So can you just tell us a bit about the train experience?
Yeah, so it was compulsory to do it in 4th year, not 3rd year, but I wanted to do it. So we only went for a week in 3rd year. So it's called the Taylor Pepper train. So it's this, I think it's a very awesome initiative that Transnet runs. So it's this very long train, and it's got carts of different health professionals. So the one was the eye clinic, which is for optometry. Then you had dentistry, you had nursing, you had psychology, actually. And then sometimes they would have a chiro or something extra. So at first it was a bit nerve-wracking because you know you're going on this train.
Yes.
And you sleep on the train.
Yes. And like we mentioned earlier, you weren't a fan of camps.
I wasn't a fan of camps, but you know, definitely maybe from mass camp. If you have a good mindset, the rest will be okay.
Definitely.
So it was an awesome experience. It was also a very humbling experience.
Definitely.
Yes, you know, in practicals or in clinics, what we used to call it at varsity, you would go and help, you know, those who don't have medical aid or, you know, are coming to the clinic. But this was just a whole different experience. It was people who had been waiting for like a whole year for the train to come. So these people would line up from like the day before the train even arrived. Long queues. We are talking hundreds, if not thousands of people lining up. They brought their blankets if they had a chair to sit on, and they would camp there for those days until they were seen. They didn't want to lose their spot in the line. Yeah, we would see easily 200 patients a day.
Wow.
Yeah. Overall, it was a very good experience. I mean, you're testing eyes like this.
You're learning a lot.
You're learning a lot. You're learning how to do it quickly and accurately, hopefully. But the train, you know, was very accommodating to us, even as students. I mean, we weren't even qualified then, but they treated us very well. The accommodation was good. It was 3 people in a little cabin. So it would be 2 bunk beds and then 1. It's you in each other's space, but you just make it work. And I think when you see the people outside, like, you know, when we would be finished, we would come back into our cabin and you'd look out the window and there would be the line for the next day. So it just gave you that extra bit of, you know, help to get through it and be like, oh, this is only for a week. I'm doing this for them. You know, it was very amazing. And we had such nice people on the train that, you know, if we wanted to go to the shops, they would walk with us because it's not in the greatest areas.
Which area is the train?
So when I went in 3rd year, we went to Ladysmith.
Okay.
And then in 4th year, I can't remember where it was, but it was a different area.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like quite a rural area.
Quite rural, yeah. Where there's no real public health.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is all funded by Transnet. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then obviously we don't get paid for doing it. So the students work for free, but there are supervisors who do get paid. So I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah, who pays them, if it's government, Transnet, I don't know. But it's a very good initiative.
No, that's phenomenal. Yeah. So you went for 1 week in 3rd year and in 4th year?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, and I almost could sense like such a shift in you when you got back, because I think finally you were doing what you wanted since high school, which is to help to help people.
Yes, yeah.
To be there for the less fortunate, to make an impact.
Yeah,
And you saw now that even
as an optometrist, I could do that.
exactly,
Yeah.
even if life wasn't as you'd expected it to be, you still where you are supposed to be.
100%,
Yes,
and happy where I am.
Yes. And I remember you wanting to desperately work in government.
I did.
But there are challenges to that. So what are the challenges to that in the South African context?
Yeah, so I mean, as optometrists, there are not a lot of posts at all. And not every hospital does optometry. So there's very few posts. And then also, obviously, you have to have experience and be able to deal with a lot of other things. And I think funding from government, because there's not enough funding, they're not making more posts. Yeah. And I think when a post becomes available, it's just snapped so quickly. Yeah,
so it wasn't, unfortunately, an option.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Every now and then I go and look. I haven't applied, but I just look. But yeah, I think, where I'm working now, we still do a type of outreach. So I do feel like I'm still helping. Yes. We have a really cool initiative on the first Wednesday of every month where we call it dynamic deals. So our eye test is at a much more affordable rate. It's not our everyday rates. And then we have packages, So we really try and help.
So nice.
Yeah. So it's nice. It's not just one caliber of person. You're seeing a variety.
Yes. So now, looking back on where things were really bad mentally, how are you day to day?
A lot better.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still taking my anxiety meds, and I actually tried to come off of them. Okay. A while ago. Okay. But that didn't go well. Okay. And then my aunt actually kind of ingrained this in my head. If your body is lacking something, and in my case, it's serotonin. Serotonin, yes. In my case, it's serotonin. So my body is not making enough serotonin. So she was like, it's like someone who has high blood pressure. That is what their body is. That is how their body is. Exactly. And if you can take something to normalize it or to stabilize it, there's nothing wrong with that. No. So I am in a much more comfortable position to be like, I'm on meds, my serotonin levels don't do what they need to do. It's probably genetic. So if I need to take a tablet every day to just help me get through, that's what I'm going to do. Exactly. And I also think because of that, you just have so much clarity in your head. So you can make better decisions, and 100%. you don't get to that super low point where everything falls apart. You've seen what it's like. Yes, exactly. And day to day, I think I still get anxiety. I'm getting married. There's lots of things that are unknown that are coming, but I think I'm just able to clearly look at them and come up with a plan or whatever to get through it. Exactly, because life's always going to have its challenges and obstacles. It's not going to be. Exactly. Yeah. And now looking back on your high school days, can you think of any times when you were anxious and you didn't realize it? Do you think it's something you've always lived with? I do think it's something I've always lived with. It just hadn't come up like so big and before an exam, I know everyone is nervous, but I would physically become sick. So, your tummy goes funny, you feel nauseous because you're anxious. It's not just stress. It's not just stress. Yes. It's anxiety. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And having anxiety about, I know it sounds silly, but at award ceremony or something, I have to get up, I need to get to the stage, I need to walk across the stage. How am I going to do it? How am I not going to trip and fall? Yes. I would be anxious about that. Yes. Yeah. Overthinking everything. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's so lovely
was
to
so
be on
good
here. Yeah, and
to
I hope,
have you.
yeah, I hope someone hears this and realizes that it's not normal to feel like that,
Wow.
and to
That's so true.
yeah, to speak up and say, listen, something's not right. Let me get help, and there's no shame in it at all.
No.
Some people may not understand it, but yeah.
It's not normal to feel like you have this dark cloud
No, not at all.
constantly over your shoulders. It's not normal to feel nauseous
Yeah.
and not being able to sleep, not being able to. Those are not normal.
It's not
symptoms.
normal. It shouldn't be an everyday thing that you experience.
No, that is so true. So yeah, thank you again.
Oh, thanks,
I hope we can have you again.
Oh, I'd love to. Anytime.
Maybe after the wedding we can deliberate on all of that. And as I always end off, what is something you wish people knew or understood about mental health?
So going back to my whole story is that some people don't understand that mental health can actually physically make you sick.
Yes.
To a point where you can't eat.
Yes.
You feel like you want to get sick, you want to vomit. You emotional, you cry, and it's not normal. That's coming from your mental health.
It's your emotions like literally coming out. Yes.
And your body's way of, expressing it sometimes.
Yes. Such a physical experience. Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, Vic.
Pleasure.